Alex, is it Plamadaela or Delia?
It's neither.
Wet, 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 wet.
The dreams.
I remember my dreams.
Goddamn, I love that new transition. Yeah, but look at this, bro. Like, this whole thing wasn't here a couple of months ago, but now it is. No! Wall shot's back again. Hooray! Am I in frame? I am. Hooray! We're back. Watching a lot of Eric Thomas at the moment. If you've ever seen his videos, thank God it's Monday!
Thank God it's Monday.
It's cool to be back, isn't it? And it's cool for me. I'm feeling more energized doing this again. Literally before I turned the camera on, I was like, but then I did this. Work to do today, and we're basically going to be filming a college Q&A with Alex P5th. Alex does commerce, but he's in second year. I just finished first year. It's going to be a good day. I've recently gotten like really obsessed with how Christian Guzman's 90-day challenge to get shredded or whatever. The program I'm doing at the moment is his summer shredding PDF, which you can get for free. That's like a 6-day split, but I just take out one of the leg days.
Do you know you're supposed to work out your lower body too?
Gotcha, bitch!
Yeah, that's basically it. Not going to be filming. See you guys after the gains are gotten. That's a terrible phrase, isn't it?
6.5 hours later.
Gym session went well. Oh, unreal.
Last week I did an ICT for business exam, and one of the things you learn about is how stuff can infect your computers. One of those things is called ransomware, and sort of randomly over the weekend that's been spread all over the news. We have like a software to run on our computers. It's called like Sophos. In Greek it means wisdom, but it's there to keep your computer safe. So that's a bit scary, isn't it? But there's still another week of exams going on, so there's still people studying, but there's less and less now. Business students all finished in the first week. Last week when I did that shoot for the VR conference, I left one of the batteries charging into the wall, so I'm going to ring the RDS now.
Please wait. We are transferring you to the operator.
Hello, how you doing? Camera battery was
Just bear me 1 moment.
Thank you.
Yep, we have a Canon battery that was plugged into all that we have.
A few moments later.
It's there. Yeah, it's recording.
Okay, boom.
And the shit in the background actually looks alright.
Yeah. Well, how do you want to start it?
That's what she said.
What's the definition of real? I still enter the field.
Welcome to the Q&A.
Part 2.
Part 2, 1.
Yours is part 2.
Welcome to the Q&A, everyone. This is actually part 2. Part 1 is going to be over on Alex's channel. There's his channel right there. Yeah, they're pretty schmexy questions. So I put up on my Instagram story that I'm doing a college Q&A, so they're all revolving around college or the leaving cert and stuff like that. So if you're not interested, you can skip to this time mark here. But other than that, sit back, relax, and enjoy 15 minutes of talking.
Snapchat question from Chris, just Chris.
Just Chris.
Basically what the question is, I suppose, how do you balance study, lifting and school? It comes down to a case of just balancing it. Like, find out a gym schedule that works for you, a study schedule that works for you, and get into a routine and just stick to that routine. Consistency is key. I know that phrase is so overused and cliched almost, but consistency is key, because a lot of the time, if people have a consistent routine that they always follow, and even if they step like an inch out of line, everything else crumbles.
Particularly with human stuff like eating, sleep. Like, sleep is a big one. If you can routinely go to bed and wake up at the same time, you actually have a greater energy reserve in the event when you go out and drink a lot. The next day you may not necessarily feel as tired because you've built up a 15-day period of having healthy human habits. I went off like 6 to 6.5 for like a month straight, and I felt terrible. Like I was getting sick, I slept all the time, I almost hit my head off a desk because I kept falling asleep at like 3 p.m. So like I need 7, well I don't get 8, but I need about 7 a day at least. So.
And anybody that tells you they're running on 3 or 4 hours sleep.
They could be getting away with lots of caffeine, but it doesn't. You cannot sustain that for the rest of your life.
No.
But you could do it short term. Short term is fine, but if you're not thinking about the long term, then you're sort of like.
Yeah.
If you didn't do accounting, could you do well in it? This is great because he did and I didn't.
So if you didn't do accounting/economics in the Leaving Cert, is it difficult to do in college?
Yeah.
You need to understand that when modules are written and like syllabuses are created in college, they create them assuming that you've never previously studied that subject. Especially introductory modules like Financial Accounting 1, Management Accounting 1, Intro to like economics and stuff. They're very simple and very basic. From someone that's done accounting in the Leaving Cert, it 100% helps loads, like helps an unbelievable amount. To the extent where I can basically fuck around a lot during the semester and not go to lectures, not go to tutorials, and in the last 2 or 3 weeks before the exams I can get my shit together and still get a really good grade.
Oh, who's this?
Here's Johnny.
I didn't do accounting C for the Leaving Cert. I found it really difficult and I paid for grinds.
Oh, you need us to leave? Sorry?
Yeah, of course you can say no.
Yeah, of course.
Do you want to answer a question for the Q&A? Okay. Like, yeah, I paid for grinds. Like, I didn't like the lecture. It really frustrated me being in the lectures and I felt like I was wasting my time.
I found those lectures really awful as well.
Yeah.
And that's a general consensus with a lot of students.
Yeah. Like if you can't pay, so like I used freelance money to pay for the grinds. It was like, if you want to be frank, it was like €70 a session and I got like 4 or 5 sessions. But to repeat a module in UCD is $230. And never mind the mental financial stress it's taking away from you. The fact you have to repeat it again.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
But given that, I have friends who didn't do accounting who were able to put their head down and pass the module. No, like I presume they will pass the module.
Yeah.
It was not a case of putting my head down. I couldn't understand it. So
at the end of the day, it depends. You know.
It does. It depends on who you are. It's about knowing yourself. And if worst comes to worst, hit me up. I'll hook you up with grinds. Here's just a little small question. How many people are in your class? There's 260 people in commerce. But you're never in a group of more than like 50 bar the big lectures.
Yeah.
Did I do business for the Leaving Cert? I did no business subjects. How was the transition to business? I feel like I passed the core module. Like we'll find out, but I think I passed the core modules in first year. College wasn't a set-on priority for me. If it was a set-on priority for you,
100%. If you apply yourself,
definitely
like,
do it. Like
achieve great things.
Yeah. What do you plan to do after college?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I have no idea either. Yeah, and that's what I wanted to say. It can be very easy in the social media world we live in to think
everybody has their
Tom has got it sorted out. He's killing the freelance game. He's killing the vlogging. He's passing his exams, and then I'm gonna build a big ass business. Like I have no idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just literally focused on staying consistent with the videos for another year and building freelance. Like I was saying this to Alex already, like my overall goal at the moment is within the window of time here where my parents are going to be happy given that I'm in like an institution and I'm not outside in the world, that I'm going to build freelance as much as I can and take me where it could.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've really got no idea.
Yeah, just living in the moment. Watched your video there, what happened at Longitude last year? Maeve273, did you get stressed, and tips on how to get over it? You don't need to get over stress, and the reason being is pre-exam stress and pre-stress before any event is good, because it's like a fire under your ass that keeps you doing the things that you're supposed to do. Now, once you've done the exams, everything is said and done, there's no point in stressing over the results because you can't change that. The only time stress is beneficial is before something. Now, if the stress is that bad that you literally can't function like a normal human being, well then that's bad. Maybe do some meditation. If you're a little bit stressed, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
There's a curve to stress, but there's a point of diminishing returns. Just in the same way that after you eat the 4th slice of pizza, it's not going to taste as good anymore. Yeah, you'll reach a peak point at which stress is good. Performance and stress meet, but then above that, it becomes detrimental, and below that, you're just like you're a starfish.
Just want to know.
9 plus 10.
Okay, that's also not a question. Please just explain how to cram everything into the next 3 weeks. That would be amazing.
I've got a real practical tip, okay? So what I did is you want to absorb information at different levels. So audio, talking, and then visually, right? So what I used to do is you can put quotes around your bathroom, record like...
Quotes around your bathroom?
Yeah, quotes around my bathroom. My voice is already weird there. Quotes around the bathroom, quotes in the car, quotes anywhere in your room, and record stuff on your phone. So I used to record like, in sooth, I know not why I am so sad.
In sooth, I know not why I am so sad.
The more mediums you take in information through, there's like this like process where they kind of cross over and like solidify the knowledge. So yeah, pretty much.
I'm a college musician finishing year 1. I'm also a long distance open swimmer. How the fuck do I balance? You can't do it all, Kev.
That's a jack of all trades is a master of none.
In this case, a Kevin of all trades.
A Kevin of all trades. But what I will say is, you can't be the best at everything all of the time. I balance a couple of things. Powerlifting, taekwondo, kickboxing, YouTube, college, and then my social life or whatever we'll say.
Pulling birds.
I'm not gonna be the best powerlifter I can be at the same time as I am the best taekwondo fighter I can be. There's gonna be varying times throughout the year where you're doing more of one thing and less of one thing. So if you're knee deep in the last couple of weeks of the semester before college, you're gonna be doing a lot more college than anything else. And it's just balancing the flow of things that you do, prioritizing the things that take more precedence over others. Like, you'll figure out your own system of handling things once you get into it, but it's to make sure that you're doing the important things first before the less important things.
Like, I'm sure if you're Kev, you sound like the type of guy who, like, a bit like me, loves to do everything.
Same.
You're probably just asking that question because now is crunch time. But in 4 weeks, you're gonna be like, fuck it, like swimming, all that stuff is fine. So it only becomes stressful when everything seems to come together. You may have to like, I stopped vlogging for 2 weeks. Like, I'd done it consecutively for like a year, and then I stopped because I knew I would fail my exams if I didn't. But now I'm back.
Guess who's back?
Joining societies, yeah or no, and what is your view on digs?
Question.
I haven't actually joined any societies.
I joined snow sports, that was the only one. That was another thing I didn't do. I didn't do a huge amount of society stuff because I had the videos.
Yeah, I didn't really actively engage in college that much because I was always either like working, training, doing my own things, you know, YouTube and stuff like that. So I didn't really actively engage. And because I don't live on campus, I live very far away from UCD, like an hour and a half on a bus. So being in college, I wasn't in college that much because it was just such a pain. But if you want to meet new people, make friends, join societies by all means.
If you didn't have a thing outside of college, societies are amazing. Like, the amount of friends I have who they're in the drama sock now and they had an unreal time. Essentially, when you come to college, you just want a community of friends. Like, that's a human thing. So if you're that type of person, Tribes, great book by Seth Godin. If you come here and you don't have stuff to do outside of college, you'll find a society that will suit you really well.
And that is the end. Oh, hang on. Oh no, that's not a question.
No, definitely not.
Okay, that's the end of the Q&A.
We did it! We did it!
So if you want to subscribe to Alex's channel, Alex, is it Plamadaela or Delia?
It's neither. Do you want me to say it and how I'd say it?
Yeah, go on.
Plamadaela.
Oh god. How do most people say
it?
Do you just accept?
Plamadaela, because
Plamadaela.
Like, I wouldn't expect
people to get
Dahlia
in the videos.
I wouldn't expect people to get the like pronunciation, because in my language there's these little like things over the A's that change the pronunciation. Yeah, Plamadaela.
You want...
Alex, it works as well.
Alex, he fit.
Right, so that's the end of the part 2 of the Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, subscribe to this guy's channel. Yeah, both doing the same course. He's going into final year, I'm going into second year. Lit. Hey man. Yeah, since the Q&A we literally just got Subway, and then I've been working on tomorrow's vlog. But look who's back. What is this, Liam?
This is my flag.
Well, here's a PG one. Glad we're all still friends after God. Are you doing today?
Friends I made.
Lit.
Friends I made.
Liam, we won't see you anymore because you're going back to Canada.
That is very true.
No more Tinder tips.
So I asked her, how the hell do you pronounce your name? I later found out you pronounce it Siobhan, even though there's a B in it. Liam gave us some serious tips. We're gonna have to say goodbye. Liam, we love you. See you later.
So, guys, sounds so pretentious there. Guys, there is a conference in Belfast, May 26th, called The Power of Video. If anyone watched Casey Neistat's vlogs, it was the only time he came to Ireland last year. I just bought 2 tickets for myself and Fitzy, Michael Fitzpatrick.
Michael Fitzpatrick, I'm going to boot you.
Jake Brown is also going to go.
Don't look at me.
It's going to be lit. And then before that, our class is going to Galway from the 23rd to the 25th. This is all next week, so. That was basically today's vlog. The majority of it was the Q&A with Alex. If you want to see part 2 or part 1, I can't remember which, you can go to his channel here. But yeah, other than that, I will see you guys Saturday at 8 p.m.
Stop my Canada paper, not to mention Toronto love me. Eritrean girls call me hubby. I'm trying to learn their language. My niggas tell me I'm lucky. Give no reply to strangers. I fall asleep out the country. My phone was filled with customs. Trust me, the ghetto.
And then I feel back in the mix.